Good afternoon, ladies and gents. Now, originally I had this long convoluted joke about being in the leagues because I was promoted to host, but then I remembered that several weeks ago, last season, I actually was the host and completely forgot about it. Anyway, I'm Kieran Sullivan. Behind me are our fresh new young spunky talents.
Greg.
And Zach.
Anyway, welcome to St. Rose Fireside Chats. We were supposed to say that together. We didn't practice. Anyway, today's topics are role-playing,
The grand and glorious Nintendo Switch.
And late night classes.
That's a typo.
Or morning classes.
Let's not tell anyone that I wrote that wrong.
Okay.
All right, so for our first topic, role-playing. Do you guys want to start this off, or should I?
You know, I think that you are the best man for the role-playing job.
All right, well.
Take it away.
I gotta say, there are different methods you can role-play. Like, would you rather be immersed in a story, or would you like to create your own in a game like Dungeons & Dragons, or play JRPG?
I'd rather be immersed, actually. I'd rather get really deep into the story.
Have any examples?
Skyrim's a good example, actually.
Ooh.
You get really into the story and the lore.
What do you think?
I have yet to play Skyrim. The RPG I am most familiar with, I would say, is Pokemon. I like to be immersed into a completely fictionalized world where a 8-year-old boy or somebody in that sort of age range gets to kind of leave home, and his mom's totally cool with it. She's like, you know what, here's some running shoes so you can run away even faster. That's my kind of role-playing game.
I think it's even funnier, because you said 8-year-olds, but in the newer games, they're all 16.
You know, that's cool, because then they can start driving around the regions, and they got the Pokemon chilling in the back, and I don't know. I haven't played a role-playing game in a very long time, so my references are Game Boy Color and sort of that general area. So.
Do you have any opinions on MMO servers for games or not MMO servers, role-playing servers for MMOs like World of Warcraft?
You know, I was never much of a World of Warcraft player. I had friends who were, but I enjoyed fresh air and playing outside more. That's why I used to play Pokemon in my backyard and catch squirrels and other Pokemon.
I mean, I used to play World of Warcraft. I wasn't really too into it. I'm not a big fan of going online because you really can't get into story. It's not really immersive. There's always that one guy who's better than you.
Someone just, you're really into a wolf quest, got to capture this wolf, then one guy comes in and kills it in front of you. It's well, there goes the immersion.
Yeah, he just walks up to me, he'll hurt the wolf, and then he'll hurt me. I didn't do anything. I'm just walking here.
You can't even play those games if you're on a terrible Wi-Fi server. Try playing World of Warcraft here at St. Rose, where it's you can't even watch Netflix. You watch a 13-minute episode and then it starts lagging a ton. Try the same thing for World of Warcraft. I just feel that the lag would be unbearable. So.
See, recently, several weeks ago, I started playing Dungeons & Dragons, and I found that it's very fun to actually get into character and get immersed in sort of the story. Just last night, I was playing instead of doing homework like I should have been. We ended up going to this town where we were looking for a wagon wheel, and they just didn't have any. So we ended up almost killing everyone in the town, and it was just really fun to play off your characters and their traits. Some people were trying to stop us. We were trying to stop ourselves. How do you get immersed in your characters?
Usually I make them hilarious. Because the wackier the character, I feel the better it is. And then you can just do whatever you want.
I just play countless hours of video games and just slowly forget the fact that I am a responsible human being who is supposed to be doing productive things and instead get completely absorbed, and 8 hours later I find myself haven't eaten a meal or gone to the bathroom, and it takes me about 15 minutes to collect myself back into reality. But I haven't played RPG since Pokemon, so...
Oh, well, on to our next topic. Would either of you care to start off?
I'm not quite sure what the Nintendo Switch is. I assume it's just a glorified Wii. Is that what we're going at here? Because the last Nintendo system I played was the GameCube. I mean, I dabbled with the Wii a little bit, but once I figured out that you could play Wii Bowling sitting down, I kind of I slowly retired from the Nintendo game. But
wow.
I mean, yeah, the last system I had that was Nintendo was the Wii, and I wasn't a fan, honestly. I thought it was too childish. That's really how I felt.
You at least liked Wii Boxing, though, right?
Oh, boxing was great. I actually like real life boxing too.
Who didn't like
Yes.
boxing?
Did you ever real life box while playing Wii Boxing?
One time, me and my brother got in this fight, so yes.
Yes. Me and my brother got into a fight while playing Wii Bowling, actually. Because he got like a 250, and I know, I've seen him play without the bumpers. He can't get over a 65. So Wii Bowling is clearly unrealistic. But I'm sorry, I got us distracted away. Let's talk about this new system, the Nintendo Switch.
Well, the Switch is supposed to be a handheld console. Like, imagine just holding like an Xbox in your hand, except it doesn't weigh 30 pounds.
You know, that's actually pretty genius. Is there like interface with like a bigger TV, or do you have to like look at
It
this
has
like,
a
small
screen
little-
built in, but you can also plug it into a base that then goes into a bigger TV. So you can play it as a handheld or
Okay.
a console.
All right, that's cool.
So you're telling me just a bunch of people are going to be like playing this out in public now?
Probably. I mean, people already played their DSs in public.
That's true, but like, you know, you could do other things in public, like actually talk to people.
Hey,
who
or
wants
use your
that?
cell phone. We're all sucked into our darn cell phones. Is this actually $300 for the new Nintendo system?
It's around
like,
that.
Is that like a standard price for a
$300.
Nintendo system? I feel like the Nintendo 64 was like $5 when we bought it.
Although it's
Just,
funny
like,
that you-
super cheap.
Although it's funny that you mentioned cell phones, because one of the unusual things about the Switch is for online multiplayer lobbies, they decided to use a mobile app on a smartphone.
Nintendo uses apps now. Who knew? This is incredible.
I want to go back to the $300 thing.
Yeah.
You could buy a PS4 now for $250, I think.
Sold. I'm a
Yeah.
PlayStation man
250?
myself.
Yeah, I've always been a PlayStation guy.
PlayStation is pretty
I
cool.
think the price tag I wrote down might be wrong. Someone could fact check me on it. I'm not gonna. I'm live. I can't.
To all of our viewers, fact check.
Yeah.
Could have been
That's-
200.
Do it. I bet it's like used ones at like GameStop or something or 250. That would
That'd make more sense.
I think I
It
got
would
mine
make
for, like,
sense if
350.
there were used ones, because it's not out yet.
No. Well, not the Nintendo Switch. I'm talking about PlayStation 4. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, Nintendo Switch. A used one would probably be about the same price.
So now do you have to pay for online?
Yes, you have to pay
Oh.
around $20 for online for a whole year.
So it's a year, $20. Okay, that isn't so bad.
Yeah, that's about comparable to other systems, I think.
Much
right now.
better than
So-
anything you were getting for Xbox Live or PlayStation Network.
Yeah, Xbox Live. When I left Xbox and recommitted to PlayStation, it was like $60 a year for
Still is.
gold Xbox Live. It still is 60.
60
Has
a
it
year.
inflated? Okay.
I mean, I don't mind paying for PlayStation Plus because you get 2 free games every month, which I really enjoy.
That's true.
And-
That's true.
It's not a big problem to me.
Yeah, no, it's because I don't play nearly as much video games as I used to play. Like I play a lot of sports video games
Yeah.
now. I actually don't even have a console with me here at school. I spend most of my free time staring at walls and doing homework. So I've kind of moved my priorities to different places. But I play a little bit when I'm home though. So
That's depressing.
I know I am depressing.
Wow.
Not really. I'm a great person, I think. But yeah. So don't they have like a Nintendo game now for like? Did they have like a Mario game that just came out for the iPhone too, though? So it's
Mario Run?
yeah, like the Mario Run. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't know much about Mario Run. I thought
Really?
Mario Maker was coming out for mobile, then Mario Run happened, and I didn't keep up with that.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Why don't we move on to our last topic?
All right. I'm sure you're eager to start us off on this.
Early morning classes. So I wanted to bring up a topic and just kind of wanted to see what you guys' opinion were on like class times because I had a conversation with some friends last week, and I really like morning classes. I like having like 8 a.m. and a 9:25, getting out of the way. And I heard other people were saying, well, I like kind of like the 4:30 or the 7:30 classes, and I'm like, oh, that's a little bit too late. So my personal opinion is I like something right down the middle, like a consistent 9 to like be done by like around 2:30. That's usually what I like, because if you have late night classes, you can't join clubs. I wouldn't be sitting here if I had a class. Also, too early in the morning, it's just kind of like I'm not quite there. Even with coffee, it still takes me like 15, 20 minutes to get my head in the game. I had a 7:35 a.m. class 2 semesters ago. It was only once a week, but at like 7:35 in the morning, I like wasn't even functioning until like halfway through the class, and then I was like, no, I'm in class. Like I had to like constantly like refocus myself, and I just kind of thought that was a little bit of annoying. So
I mean, I prefer early classes over late night classes because late night classes are usually longer, like 2 hours, 2.5 hours. I've had classes like that, and I hate it because then you're just sitting there like, I want to go eat dinner.
yeah, anything from like the 4 to 6 range where it kind of like cuts into where you're supposed to eat dinner, that's tricky.
See,
Okay.
I have a very, I have an improved, evolved version of that problem, where I have a 9 a.m. class on top of being a commuter that lives 30 minutes away,
Oh, the struggle.
on top of also having a late night class that goes all the way to 9.
So you're here like essentially all day.
Yep. In fact, I'm going to have to leave this just to go to a class. It starts as soon as we stop.
See, I can understand the commuter struggle though, because I commuted my first semester here, and it was like they made your schedule when you were a freshman here. First semester you were here, and they scheduled me for like a 9 a.m., but then I wouldn't have another class until like 2:30. And that worked once the semester kind of got rolling, because then I would do like homework during the day or grab lunch with friends or something. But it was like the first like couple weeks, it was like, it was tricky. It was like I didn't know how to like spend all that extra free time. It was like, since I was commuting, I was still like meeting people and stuff. So I can understand how that just sometimes your class schedule it can be a real pain in the butt. So.
I mean, I'm pretty lucky this semester. I got like 2 classes per day, so it could be a lot worse. I could have 2 classes at night. I can get up really late, but then I'm going to be up late.
It's a vicious cycle. It's
Yep.
a nasty cycle. I have class from 11 to 4, so it's like I have to eat breakfast. And then it's like I'm like, by the time I hit like 4 o'clock, I'm like, oh God, I can hear like everybody in the classroom. I can hear my stomach growling, so it's embarrassing, but what are you going to do? Darn classes.
Well, now, save for today, my other classes get out at 6, though, so it's fine. I'll just go home and make it back at like 7.
It's about as late as we're going to go.
Yeah,
But-
nice.
9 to 7, good time to spend it here, obviously, every day.
Get to talk to us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
seriously, you get to do things like this.
I don't even know where we found this guy.
No, this is actually my good friend Zach, and we are in the Creative Apes Comedy Club together, so I figured he would be an excellent guest here. I found that we have
Are you
some-
plugging on my show?
I am not plugging my show, but Creative Apes has a show March 1st. Check it out.
Yes, we do. Yes. And we also have a radio show.
So you are plugging on my show. You just said it quietly.
Yes.
Wow. Well, that looks like it's all the time we have, at least for me. After all, with that aforementioned night class and all, I do have to go.
Thank you all for watching.
And enjoy your night.
And make sure to abandon your club members as you go to class.